I'm going to show you how working with powerful angels will raise your vibration and help you to stay on a higher timeline. Hi, I'm Saratoga Ocean, and I help people to spiritually awaken so they can enter a conscious path of ascension. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe so you catch all my videos to help guide you on your awakening journey. Now, the controllers of this planet want to keep us suppressed and prevent us from creating our own lives. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can up our game by entering into a co-creative partnership with angels and higher beings of light. Now, in my last video, I explained about the Ascension timeline split and how important it is to stay on the trajectory of the highest possible timeline. So, how do we do this, and what does it mean to stay on the highest possible timeline? It will mostly be determined by your vibration and by your personal experience of life. When your own life unfolds in more and more positive ways, it feeds empowering energy into the collective and draws you in to a higher timeline of experience. Now, this is not the easiest thing to do when the controllers of this planet are doing everything possible to shut us down as creators. They want to keep us at the lowest possible vibration of fear and negativity. See, the controllers seem to have a lot more power because they work together with other dimensional negative entities and energies. They are operating in conjunction with at least 5 different levels of conscious awareness. And if you want to know about that, you can check out this video right here. Now, we humans, on the other hand, tend to operate solely on the physical level, which is one of the reasons that we struggle so much. Religions primarily have trained us to stay on the physical level by indoctrinating us into a false belief that God or the Creator is some guy that's separate from us and is the only creator. They tell us that creating anything is none of our business. That's God's job. It's not ours. Our job is to obey, which is really interesting because that's what the controllers want us to do. Obey. I mean, that's what we learn in school. We learn to obey. That's what we have to do in our jobs. We have to obey. We have to obey in order to get paid. It seems like our whole lives are mostly about obedience, not about creation and co-creation. That's a little bit suspicious, don't you think? Basically, the controllers are doing everything they can to keep us at the lowest possible timeline because that's the one that they exist on. They need for us to stay there so they can maintain control of us and of our souls. See, guys, they think they own our souls. So we need to stop believing in all this obedience nonsense that the religions have programmed us into and consider the possibility that we too can also operate at higher dimensions that are better suited to us. It's not just the controllers that should be able to do that. So right now, we need to do everything that we can to move to a much higher timeline. And powerful angels and beings of light can help us to do that. And later in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can do to make that possible. It's much easier to consciously create your life when you exist at a higher timeline vibrationally. So the timeline that you're on has everything to do with your ability to create. Now, if you stay at a low vibration like the controllers want you to, then you will have experiences that match that low vibration. It will likely manifest as some form of suffering or extreme difficulty. And this is where the controllers want you to be. They want you to feel helpless. When I say controllers, I'm referring to everything from the physical entities on this planet all the way up to extraterrestrial and interdimensional beings like reptilians. Basically, the physical controllers unite their energy and their consciousness with other dimensional entities and energies of darkness. So there is a kind of an energetic linkage between all of them. See, they don't have this religious programming that they should stay away from the non-physical. They put that programming into us so that we would stay weak and limited. I mean, think about it, you guys. They are the ones who told us to be afraid of God and the Creator. I mean, what a brilliant way to keep us separated from our divine rights in this universe. Now, you should know that by definition, the controllers are not creators. That's why they're called controllers. Their only capability is manipulation. So you cannot create from darkness. You can only create from light. So they have to use lies and manipulation in order to get anything to happen for them. Now, we humans, especially those of us who are awakening starseeds and light workers, are meant to live as creators and co-creators. We are meant to live from the light. So the simplest way to understand our situation is that the controllers want to keep us in fear and anger. They want to keep us at a very low vibration so that we are unable to create or manifest. Because if we live in a deep state of fear, we are much more likely to fulfill their need for us to obey. Now, right now, the controllers have the advantage because they are operating at those 5 levels of awareness with other dimensional forces of darkness. However, we have angels and powerful beings of light who are ready and waiting to help us. But we have to make an effort to connect with them at their higher vibration of love and light. See, they're not going to come down to our level because they can't. If they did that, they would be entering into the same exact slave system that we ourselves are currently trapped in. So their role is to help us get free of this, but we have to meet them halfway. So I'm going to explain the 3 main things that you can do to connect with powerful beings and the higher beings of light. This way you can begin to shift your life to a higher, more positive timeline by co-creating a new reality for yourself with their assistance. The first thing you need to do is to practice living at a much higher vibration or frequency. You need to raise your vibration with love, optimism, and positivity. You see, angels are not pessimistic and negative. They do not exist at that frequency. That's why the controllers want to keep us down at frequencies where we can't even connect with them in a very real way. So the more that you raise your own frequency, the closer you get to those higher realms of love and light where the most powerful angels are waiting to assist you. Now, the second thing that you need to do is to be willing to let go of any limiting beliefs. You need to be willing to let go of anything that is heavy, dense, negative, or weighing you down in your life. Now, you don't necessarily need to know how to do this. The angels can actually help you with that. The important thing is that you are actually just willing. Now, here's why this matters. When you hold on to that stuff, you're going to find yourself unwittingly putting conditions on the help that you are able to receive. Your conditions will be something like this. Okay, I really want help in my life, but only if I can hold on to this stuff. That kind of positioning can easily prevent the help from manifesting. See, whatever you're holding on to can easily prevent the universe from delivering the aid and the answers that you require. Whatever you're holding on to can come in the form of a physical circumstance or some form of a belief. It can be in the form of a negative emotion. So if you feel like the angels or the universe aren't listening to you, it's usually because you're inadvertently holding on to something that is making a solution impossible. Now, the third and the most important thing that you must do is to consciously ask the angels for help. Ask them to help you with whatever it is you want to manifest that will bring your life to a much higher, more positive level. This is necessary because angels will not interfere with your free will. So you need to specifically ask for their help. Now, if you do all three of these things, it will completely transform your life. Now, I made this video because I really feel that the conditions on this planet are becoming much too difficult for us to continue trying to deal with them all by ourselves. And we're really not meant to do this alone. I mean, that's why the angels are there in the first place. Now, the controllers do not want us to engage with anything interdimensionally unless it is part of their very dark system. Of course, we don't want to do that, right? So it's time to reach for the light and request personal help from the higher realms of light and love. That way we can more easily fulfill our mission on this planet as light workers and spiritually awakened beings. And it's really time to cast off any religious programming that says this kind of thing is none of our business. See, if the dark forces can unify with their interdimensional counterparts in this cosmic war for our souls, then we also have the absolute right to co-create our own ascension with higher beings of light and love. So if this idea resonates for you, then give it a try. Angelic energy is amazing for helping you to manifest whatever you feel you need to improve your path in life. And it is certainly a tremendous help for staying on a higher timeline. Now, depending on your situation, it may not always be easy to take all three of those steps that I mentioned to connect with the higher realms of powerful angels. But just take it one day at a time, take one step at a time, and be consistent at working with your energy, your frequency, and your vibration. And always remember to ask for their help. The most powerful thing that you can do to connect with and co-create with the higher beings of love and light is to be sincere and live from your heart. And if you're not sure about who the angels are or how to ask them for help, you can really just address them as angels and just ask simply in whatever way feels natural to you. And you can always ask for help from the very powerful archangels like Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, and any of the other amazing archangels that are here to assist us all. Now, I do have a blog post that I wrote some time ago that can help you a little more specifically with this. So I will put a link to that in the description below. So if you need some additional help, you can just go read that and check that out. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it out with your friends. And be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell because I am here every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday with new videos to support you on your awakening journey. And with that, I'm sending you loads of love, light, and positive energy. I will see you in the next video. Namaste.